The CEO of a billion-dollar business is in damage control after his affair with a colleague was exposed, of all places, on KissCam.
Now, a US tech company boss has been suspended. That's after a viral video appeared to show him hugging a woman at a Coldplay concert. Astronomer says that its chief executive, Andy Byron, has been put on leave, although the company stopped short of confirming if he is the one captured in the footage. The video, which appears to show Byron embracing the company's HR director, was shown on a giant screen at the concert in Boston.
Oh, look at these two.
In a moment, these lovers won't ever forget.
Either they're having an affair or they're just very shy.
And one the world can't stop talking about.
I'm not quite sure what to do. Did we rumble you?
KissCam at a Coldplay gig in Boston, and their reaction said it all. They had something to hide.
I hope we didn't do something bad.
Chris Martin knew it.
Don't cheat on your wife. That makes you a scumbag. Let's just start there, full stop. But if you want to be a retarded scumbag, then you can go cheat on your wife at a concert where you're liable to be put on a massive camera in front of everyone, tens of thousands of people here in Boston, watching this.
Yeah. Oh, look at these two. All right, come on. You're okay? Oh, what? Either they're having an affair or they're just very shy. I'm not quite sure.
That's a Coldplay concert, and it is the most viral clip on the internet.
KissCam is known for its heartwarming moments, but it caught an awkward one at a Coldplay concert. It zoomed in on a couple cuddling, but internet sleuths were quick to work out why they didn't want to be seen.
Eagle-eyed observers online noted his wife has already changed her Facebook profile, removing her married name. And just like his marriage, he's also blown up the internet.
Byron is already married. Cabot recently divorced her husband, Kenneth Thornby. And apparently now the wife of the astronomer CEO has changed her last name on social media.
His wife has now deactivated her account. The wife later dropped her married name on her Facebook account.
So your man cheats, yeah, that's already trash. But when he does it at a Coldplay concert on the KissCam with Chris Martin calling him out in front of a packed stadium, that's not just shady, that's straight up public humiliation on an epic level. Andy Byron, yep, the CEO, just made his mark in history, and not in a good way. What genius thought it was cool to get cozy with his HR director, Megan Carey, in front of thousands of people? And his wife? Oh, she didn't just take the hit quietly. She gave the internet a brand new legend to stand. What she did next? Cold, calculated, iconic. We're about to dive into a wild mess of boardroom betrayals, HR hookups, and a front row seat to the most embarrassing barrier fail ever caught on camera. Picture this, you're chilling at home, maybe doing laundry, sipping wine, thinking your man's out at some dull business event. Cute, right? Now picture grabbing your phone, and boom.
If you're gonna have an affair, why would you bring her to a concert in public where everybody can see you? What if you even ran into someone you knew? Who cares about the Jumbotron? What if you ran into someone you knew? Huh?
Forget the Epstein files. I want to see the text messages of that astronomer CEO that got caught cheating at the Coldplay concert.
I would pay to be a fly on the wall in the office.
This is pretty viral stuff. Or do we have to get HR involved? I know that HR was involved.
The moral of the story here is don't get caught on KissCam. And the tidbit is that's not his wife.
And can we talk about the employee that was with them? She obviously knows what's going on because she's there.
I feel bad for so many people involved in this. Like, Chris Martin is one of the sweetest guys. I'm a huge Coldplay fan. Like, really a genuinely sweet guy who's trying to do the world better. He's trying to showcase people having loving moments. And it sure looks like these two are in love, Kim. Very, very confident in such a public space. Yeah. You would think they're a couple. Would you not, Kim?
Absolutely. I think the biggest thing that surprises me about this is how public this is.
That's the HR lady's assistant. That's why they're able to go to concerts together, right? Because, don't worry, there's a third party there. HR is such trash, by the way. The entire business of HR, like every single HR department is just an absolute nightmare of people who are constantly being used to attack the best people in a company and then do stuff like this, right? On the side. It's incredible. They're so awful. the witches of HR are just like the bane of every company.
There he is, Andy Byron, splashed all over social media, swapping spit with his HR director on the Coldplay Jumbotron. And it's not blurry, it's crystal clear, 4K heartbreak. And Chris Martin, he just casually drops either they're having an affair or they're just shy. Chris, you didn't just throw shade, you lit the whole place on fire. What really blows my mind is how loud this mess went down. Andy Byron didn't even try to play it cool. He ducked behind that barrier like a guilty raccoon caught stealing leftovers. And Kristen, she covered her face like she was hiding from the FBI. Let's be real, they weren't shy. They were just sloppy and bold in all the wrong ways. Now let's talk about the real one who got dragged through the mud, Megan Carey Byron. This woman was out here being the loyal wife, loving mom, and the ultimate ride-or-die supporter. While Andy was locking lips with Kristen in row 12 like it was prom night, Megan was back home holding it all down, raising their kids, posting wholesome family pics, and hyping up her husband like he was the second coming of Steve Jobs.
He's the CEO of a company called Astronomer, and that is his chief people officer. Is that what we're calling HR now? That is so weird. Chief people officer, Kristen Cabot, C-A-B-O-T. The problem here is that Andy Byron is married to someone other than Kristen Cabot, who, again, the irony of her being head of HR, and he has 2 children, and it appears that they were caught in what appears to be an affair.
He's the CEO of a software startup. She's head of his HR department. The clip everyone is talking about except for 2 people who have the most explaining to do.
This is the guy that is his head of HR. They were caught in an obvious embrace, and as soon as that cam went on them and they saw their image up on the thing, it was the worst cover-up ever. She turned her back to the camera, and he just he looked totally humiliated, embarrassed.
I think that the actual star of this story, though, is Chris Martin, who decides, given an opportunity here, to let these people off the hook and just let the camera move along, to suggest explicitly that these people are either having an affair. I mean, seriously? You just throw the fans under the bus who paid their hard-earned money for these tickets?
Sis thought she married a visionary, but really, she got a budget Joe Exotic in a Patagonia vest. Her social media, full of love, dedication, and proud wife vibes. Meanwhile, Andy was acting like HR stood for hot rendezvous. Disrespect on a whole other level. This wasn't just cheating, it was betrayal with flashing lights, Coldplay ballads, and a full crowd watching. You couldn't make it more dramatic unless Beyonce dropped from the rafters screaming, "He cheated." And TikTok, oh, they weren't gonna let this one slide. Within 45 seconds, the internet turned into full-on investigators. Boom, Kristen's LinkedIn exposed. And guess what? She's not just some employee. She's the chief people officer at Astronomer. Yeah, the very person who's supposed to prevent this kind of scandal. Your whole job is to stop messy workplace relationships, not run a live demo on how to pull one off like a pro. Kristen's literally the chief people officer, and she's out here starring in a scandal. And Andy, married, with kids. Kristen, fresh off a divorce. This wasn't some little slip-up. It was a full-blown 2-household demolition, served with a side of corporate chaos. Once the smoke cleared, one thing was crystal. The internet had Megan's back. Her Facebook got flooded with love and support. Comments like, "You deserve better. Take him to court and clean him out, queen."
Coldplay threw a couple on the kiss cam. Turns out they were having an affair? I don't think even Coldplay can fix this.
I feel like this isn't a good way, and if you're gonna get caught cheating, it shouldn't be like this.
Well, maybe he should have thought of that before he was cheating.
He is Andy Byron, the CEO of AI startup Astronomer, and she is the company's head of HR, Kristen Cabot. He is married, she is recently divorced. Both are in big trouble, as is their until recently booming billion-dollar business.
It's really exciting for our company. We see a huge opportunity ahead of us.
It would appear the future of his marriage doesn't look as exciting.
People were cheering her on like it was the Super Bowl. You just know exes were coming out of nowhere like, "Hey Megan, long time no talk." Meanwhile, over in Andy's world, his comment section, gone, disabled. You can build $1 billion empire but can't handle a couple thousand folks calling you a walking red flag with a LinkedIn profile? Please. And then came Megan's big move, chess, not checkers. No messy posts, no interviews, no drama. She just dropped Byron from her last name. That's it. quiet, savage, and straight up legendary. One user said she erased him like a typo. Another wrote, when she dropped the name, my soul ascended. And honestly, mood. With just one quiet update, Megan did what a whole $1 million PR team couldn't. She told the entire story without saying a single word, and it hit way harder than Chris Martin's mic drop. Now let's get into Kristen Kit R's comedy routine, because this has to be the biggest joke since someone said open door policy with a straight face. Her role is built on trust, ethics, and professionalism. Yet here she is, sneaking around with the CEO like she's in some cursed spinoff of The Office.
He did so many things wrong. I mean, the very first thing is, and look, I've never cheated on my wife. I'm not cheating on my wife. I love you, baby. It's her birthday.
Happy birthday.
I'm great. But if I did it, to borrow a phrase from O.J. Simpson, I sure as hell am not going to take my side chick to a stadium with 65,000 strangers.
It's time to kiss it goodbye. Baseball is probably not the only thing you can say that about.
Here's Astronomer's leadership. This is Andy Byron. And right down here is the Chief People Officer. There you go. Kristen Cabot, Chief People Officer. Although the weird thing is that if you click on their LinkedIns and poof, they're gone. Deleted their LinkedIns. Too bad, you know? They'll be a scumbag. And if you are a scumbag, then, well, I guess you deserve this.
Only this one's written by pure chaos. You're not the chief pillow talk liaison, Kristen. You're supposed to stop this kind of thing, not headline it. What's next? She hosting a webinar on setting boundaries while actively destroying homes? The only thing she should be leading is a one-way exit interview out the building. And let's talk fallout, because Andy didn't just cheat, he lit his whole family life on fire. His kids gotta walk into school now. Classmates whispering, didn't your dad get caught kissing someone on the Jumbotron? That's not just trauma. That's stadium-sized public trauma with Coldplay playing in the background. Meanwhile, Astronomer, the company, looks less like a tech firm and more like a soap opera in beta. Good luck landing investors when your CEO's claim to fame is ducking behind a railing, like he's hiding from responsibility itself. And Kristen, let's just say she shouldn't be holding her breath for a glowing peer review this quarter. While she and Andy scattered like roaches under a kitchen light, Megan stayed cool, like real cool.
They've now locked all their comments. Oh, no. Oh, no. Is Andy Byron and HR having an affair still hold their positions at the company? Is it ethical? Anyway, here we go. So she brought her underling there to cover for them. The CEO's wife found out about it. She's already removed his last name from her LinkedIn and Facebook. Apparently, many people at the company knew that he was sleazy, previously worked for him. Moral of the story, don't go to a Coldplay concert.
She shut down her socials, locked in on her kids, dropped that last name, and let the internet do the rest. No press tours, no messy rants, no fake tears on some morning show. Just pure, silent power. The kind of silence that hits harder than any crocodile tear apology Andy could have cooked up. Yeah, she lost a husband. But what she gained? A full-on digital army behind her. She went from CEO's wife to legend in the time it takes to update a Twitter bio. And now we've got Andy Byron, exposed, embarrassed, and basically erased from public sympathy. Kristen Kit, the HR queen of hypocrisy, officially crowned cringe royalty. And Megan, she's standing tall as the internet's new symbol of strength, calm, and class. Let's just zoom out for a sec and take in the size of this corporate train wreck. Andy didn't just nuke his marriage. He wrecked his reputation, shattered his company's image, and handed over his dignity like it was buy one, get one free. And all of it unraveled in the same time it takes Chris Martin to hit the first chorus of Fix You. And the wildest part? No leaks, no paparazzi, no hacked DMS. Just one CEO, one HR exec, and one unfortunate kiss cam shot that turned into a global meme meltdown. This wasn't just bad judgment. It was a masterclass in how unchecked power and sloppy decisions can turn a tech empire into a public punchline. The irony here could light up a whole city grid. The chief people officer, the very person hired to protect workplace trust, turned into the living, breathing punchline of her own company's code of ethics. Kristen didn't just cross a line. She launched herself over it, dragging the CEO behind her like some messy parade float made of scandal and bad decisions. Meanwhile, Megan Carey Byron gave us all a lesson in real power. No screaming, no unhinged Instagram stories. She didn't need to throw shade. She just dropped one last name. And somehow, that silent move had the entire internet clapping like it was a standing ovation. That's not weakness. That's not silence. That's strategy. That's how a true queen handles betrayal. Cool, calculated, and with absolute grace. But let's not forget, beneath all the memes, viral videos, and Coldplay punchlines, there are real people here. Real families, real kids. And now their lives are flipped upside down, all because two grown adults couldn't keep it low-key at a concert. Here's the truth. When the people at the top act reckless, it's always the ones they hurt who rise the highest. Megan didn't just walk away. She took the whole narrative with her. She flipped the script, owned her story, and showed the world how to turn heartbreak into power, one deleted surname at a time. So, whose side are you on in this Coldplay concert catastrophe? Should Megan take Andy for everything he's got and strut away with her head held higher than that Jumbotron kiss cam? Should Kristen be kicked out of HR faster than Andy ducked behind that railing? And let's be real. Should astronomers start a total rebrand before they become the next Firefest disaster? Drop your take in the comments. We want to hear it all, your boldest, wildest, most savage opinions. Don't hold back. If you're Team Megan, smash that like button like it's payback on stage. And make sure to subscribe, because in a world full of sneaky CEOs, office flings, and corporate messes, we're shining the light on all of it. No secrets stay hidden here. Thanks for watching, and if you're feeling the tea, check out more videos at the top of your screen. Trust, there's plenty more drama where this came from. Until next time, stay sharp, stay safe, and stay locked in right here on Tea Time with Hot Tea Daily.